was a cold, moonless night, the kind where the darkness feels like it has weight, pressing down on you from all sides. I was driving through a remote forest road, the kind of place where the trees grow so close together that their branches form a canopy, blocking out even the faintest hint of starlight. My headlights cut through the blackness, but the road seemed to stretch on forever, winding deeper and deeper into the woods. I had been driving for hours, and the GPS on my phone had stopped working miles back. There was no signal, no way to call for help if something went wrong. The only sound was the hum of the engine and the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind. I was alone, completely and utterly alone, or so I thought. As I rounded a sharp bend in the road, my headlights caught something in the distance. At first I thought it was a deer, but as I got closer, I realized it was a person. A woman, standing in the middle of the road. She was dressed in a long white dress that seemed to glow in the darkness, and her hair hung in wet, tangled strands around her face. I slammed on the brakes, the tires screeching as the car skidded to a stop just a few feet away from her. My heart was pounding as I rolled down the window. "Are you okay?" I called out, my voice trembling. She didn't respond. She just stood there, staring at me with hollow, empty eyes. Her skin was pale, almost translucent, and her lips were blue, as if she had been out in the cold for hours. "Do you need help?" I asked again, but she didn't move. She didn't even blink. A chill ran down my spine, and I suddenly felt the overwhelming urge to get away from her. I rolled up the window and drove around her, my hands gripping the steering wheel so tightly that my knuckles turned white. I glanced in the rearview mirror, expecting to see her still standing there, but the road was empty. She was gone. I told myself it was just my imagination, that I was tired and seeing things, but the feeling of dread in the pit of my stomach wouldn't go away. A few miles down the road, I saw her again. This time, she was standing on the side of the road, her head tilted at an unnatural angle, her eyes fixed on me as I drove past. I pressed the accelerator, the car lurching forward as I tried to put as much distance between us as possible. But no matter how fast I drove, she kept appearing. Sometimes in the middle of the road, sometimes standing among the trees, her pale figure glowing in the darkness. I was on the verge of panic when I finally saw a light in the distance. It was a small gas station, its neon sign flickering weakly in the night. I pulled into the parking lot, my hands shaking as I turned off the engine. The attendant inside was an older man, his face lined with wrinkles and his eyes tired but kind. "You look like you've seen a ghost," he said as I walked in, his voice gravelly but calm. "I think I have," I replied, my voice barely above a whisper. I told him about the woman in the white dress, about how she kept appearing no matter how far I drove. He listened in silence, his expression growing darker with every word. When I finished, he sighed and said, "You're not the first to see her. She's been haunting this road for years. They say she was a bride who died on her wedding night, killed in a car accident on this very road. She's looking for her groom, but he's long gone." I felt a chill run down my spine. "What should I do?" I asked, my voice trembling. "Get out of here," he said, "and don't stop until you're far away from this place. She won't follow you if you leave the forest." I didn't need to be told twice. I got back in my car and drove, not stopping until I was miles away from that cursed road. But even now, years later, I can still see her face in my mind, those hollow, empty eyes, that pale, lifeless skin. And sometimes, on the darkest of nights, I swear I can hear her voice, whispering my name, calling me back to that road.